Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the F1 Debate Show. I'm here with my friend, as I said in the last episode. He's going to be here for all season. He's on, as I said last time, he's on Facebook. A good personal friend of mine. He is Forever Formula. How are you doing, my friend?
Yes, hello JT, it's good to be here again.
Thank you very much. It is good. It is good to be back, and F1 is kind of back in a way, isn't it?
It is, that's great.
Testing is back in Barcelona. As you can see on your screen, as I'm playing some videos on YouTube of just tests. It's about an 8-minute video. I'll be skipping through some videos. Me and Lyle are going to be talking about testing, and then eventually we're going to be talking about the new cars, and what we think of them, and what you guys think of them, and also talk about the 2016 season. And judging by the testing results and times, we'll see where we think the cars are going to be. So, what's your verdict on testing so far, Lyle?
You don't get too much of a guess on the season, but it's been fantastic to start with. I mean, obviously the car launches we've seen and the new drivers, the rookies taken to the track for the first time.
Yeah.
It's shown a lot of promise, especially for the midfield teams, the debut teams such as Haas and Renault, and the ones that are struggling last year. Likewise, McLaren.
Oh yes.
I'm happy with their result. I'm happy with their progress, and I'll get onto that as the show progresses.
Yeah, I mean, I was just watching videos here of Ferrari and Sebastian Vettel going into the garage, and he's gone in the wrong way. Ha ha ha! Oh, Vettel, he's like, nope, this way, nope, I'm going in the other way.
Nope.
Oh, bless him. But so yeah, in day one, Vettel did top the first testing. He was fastest, which I'm sure he was last year as well, I believe. So I mean, that is a promising start by Ferrari.
Yeah.
And is that the Manor? That is the Manor. That is a very pretty car. So what do you think, judging by Vettel's performances, what do you think he's going? Do you think Ferrari will progress? Can they close the gap to Mercedes this season?
Of course, it'll be a better season than last year. Obviously, his 3 wins, and really the only driver who could take it to Mercedes. I remember when he was at Red Bull, and a lot of people said he can't race, he can only lead from the front.
Yeah.
14, that was proven. 15, that was almost turned around because he was really bringing the fight. And this year, he almost might dominate. And it's a bit early to say, but he might be someone who will challenge for the World Championship or even might take it.
Yeah, I mean, his time on Thursday was a 1:24.939. In second was Lewis Hamilton with a 1:25.4, and in third was Daniel Ricciardo with a 1:26. So there's quite a margin straight away on the first day. But I mean, it is testing. You're not really going to know who's going to be where. They're just trying to get reliable. They're not really pushing for times. You probably won't see the times up until the last test, I think it is, or maybe the last day. That's when we'll probably see a rough estimate of where the grid's going to be. But in day 2, we did see the first showing of the ultra soft tyres. The new, for everyone that doesn't know, it's the new purple mark tyres that Pirelli introduced. It's faster than the super soft tyres, which are the red mark tyres. And these structure an extra pair of tyres that the teams can use this season. And the top 2 on day 2 was Sebastian Vettel, who set his fastest time on the ultra softs with a 1:22.8, and Daniel Ricciardo on the ultra softs as well with a 1:23.5. So judging by them, I mean, that's quite a margin from a 1:24 to a 1:22. That's like almost 2.5 seconds, say, from the super softs to the softs. To the ultra softs. So that is quite a margin, and maybe this can be like an extra strategy, you could say, like, oh, let's go on the super softs, the ultra softs for a bit, then go on the super softs.
Yeah.
So I mean, teams like that could be tactical and mind games in a way, especially for the midfield teams like Force India, Toro Rosso, McLaren, to try and jump the field a bit and try and score some points. So I mean, I believe it is a good idea. I mean,
it's more of another tyre choice for teams to decide from.
It is, yeah. I mean, an extra tyre, extra pair of tyres, which hopefully it'll succeed, because recently Pirelli haven't been quite good as judging with their tyres. I mean, them 19-inch thin ones that they were testing out last season.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me won't really go down well. So let's hope they do. Let's hope we got it right this season with the new ultra soft tyres. But on day 3, there was a big surprise. Do you know who got top? Who was fastest? That was my back off. Nico Hulkenberg was fastest with the 125.2. Then Kevin Magnussen, in his Renault with the 126 dead. So again, that's Force India at the top, and then Renault just behind him. I mean, Renault had a bit of teething troubles on the first day and second day. As of Toro Rosso, they've had a bit of teething troubles as well, but they got fourth. Toro Rosso with the 126.2. So yeah, do you think Force India and Renault can jump and get higher up this season and maybe score some points? Maybe
they are making
more
progression. Only the midfield team, especially Force India, they are making progress. It'd be great to see them bringing the fight in Australia.
Oh, definitely. I definitely think they can challenge up there because they are making progress. I mean, 2014 they got a podium. 2015 they did in Mexico, didn't they? I mean, that was an absolutely unbelievable race. I mean, you couldn't predict it. Excuse me. And so that again, that is signs that progress is shown. They have got two talented drivers in Hulkenberg and Perez.
Yeah.
So maybe this season they can get more than podiums. Maybe they can go for a win if they're lucky in some races. Obviously, it's going to be unrealistic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, if any of the teams like get the strategy wrong, break down, then I think Force India will be the team to go right. This is our race. Let's push and get another win. So
yeah. Maybe even Mexico, as we saw Sergio Perez got a big boost from the race going back to Mexico. Maybe that could be a place that'd be a good win. Also Bahrain, Force India do well there. Maybe it's the racing at night. Helps the car and the drivers.
Oh, definitely. On today, this video has been recorded just on the night of the last test of day 4. And the top of the drivers was Sebastian Vettel again on the ultra softs with the 122.8. Second was made quite surprising was Nico. Oh no, wait, hang on a second. I'm looking at the wrong sheet here. I'm looking at the fastest laps. I'm not looking at the times. That's my mistake. Ignore that, guys. Ignore that. Right, where's day 4? Well, actually, I'll go back to that because these are the fastest times throughout the tests. Sebastian Vettel got fastest overall with the 122.8 on the ultra softs, but surprisingly, Nico Hulkenberg was second fastest, but he was on the super softs on day 3 with the 123.1.
Yeah.
So that is actually quite impressive.
It is. It's very impressive.
Kimi Räikkönen was third on the ultra softs with 123.4. Ricciardo with the 123.5.
Yeah.
And Perez as well was there. So I mean, that's actually pretty impressive impressive stuff from Force India.
Oh, it is very impressive. Red Bull, very impressed with them. They've been very consistent. They haven't been at the top. They haven't been at the bottom. They've been just flying midfield, and they could be a team too. Well, I mean, reliability problem that doesn't really strike me at all season. But obviously, I'm a Red Bull fan, so I hope they do very well this season.
Oh, I mean, this season we've got Ferrari at the top again on day 4, which was a 123.4 on the ultra softs. Danny Kvyat, first mention of him in the episode, 124.2. Then Alfonso Celis, the Force India test driver, on it with a 124.8. Then Kevin Magnussen on a 125.2. Just quickly moving over to a video on day 1 of testing. It is quite laggy, this particular video, but that's not my fault. It's a guy who recorded it. And McLaren had some teething troubles today on day 4. They only got 3 laps in, and they only got a water leak. Was their main issue today. But I mean, judging by their consistency, they got over 100 laps on the Tuesday, on day 2 rather, shall I say. And day 1, I think they got 70 odd laps, and then day 3 and day 4, they got like that again. They had more teething trouble. So 2 days of consistency and 2 days of unreliability. Do you think it's going to be a mixed season for McLaren this season?
Well, 2 days of consistency is better than they had last season. Yes, I do. I think it's going to be an improvement. It has to be. I mean, the team's going to be on edge through the winter when they were building the car. Both drivers, especially Fernando, they're going to be on edge. They're going to be almost aggravated to get to do well, to do better than everyone expects them to be. They're not just drivers; they are the world champions. They've got massive legacies to basically to match and to beat in Formula 1. It might even be their last season, so they've got to go out and to impress.
Oh, they do. I mean, they need sponsorships and they need funding.
They do.
The pair of them as well, just to keep going as well. And obviously you've got Stoffel Van Dorn in the background. He'll
Yep.
want to come in, so then they'll have to capitalise on this season to prove right. If we do want another season in Formula One, I mean, there's always a chance they might announce their retirement, but there's also
That
a
would
chance
be terrible to see.
they might get dropped as well. So
Yeah.
again, it doesn't matter if you're experienced or if you're a rookie. Everything's to play for in Formula One these days.
Yeah, but in terms of the legacy of the drivers, I'd say, I mean, Fernando Alonso, I was just discussing before this video, Fernando Alonso, he must be feeling incredibly hot under the collar to achieve this season.
Yeah.
He's been bouncing around a few teams since he left Renault. Remember, he went to McLaren, then back to Renault, and then Ferrari. It's been an up and down season at Ferrari, but like Felipe Massa, I believe that he wasn't at home there. He went
Yeah.
to McLaren, hoping for glory, hoping for what he had in his first Renault days, and didn't get that. So I reckon also he doesn't have the backing of the team like Jensen did. He hasn't been there since 2010, like Jensen has. So
Yeah.
I reckon Fernando is the driver almost outside the room trying to break in. He needs, it's almost like last chance saloon for Fernando. I reckon
It
this
is.
season.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely. I mean, it is definitely a make or break season for the both of them. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, like I said, it is a make or break season for them. You've got loads of young drivers coming through, and obviously they're coming to the latter end of their career, but they still want to go out on a high. They don't want to like damage their reputation like Fernando has a little bit in a way going to McLaren. He doesn't want to end on a bad season, as does Jensen. He wants to win another race, as does Fernando. Get McLaren back to where they deserve to be, in my opinion. It has been a real struggle this season, but hopefully this season will be a very important year. But only time will tell. As we said, we don't know much about the first test. The second test might tell us a little bit more. Then, as we get into practice, then in Australia, then we'll definitely understand where the team is going to be, especially McLaren. But we're going to move on. That is tested and covered. We're now going to cover the 2016 cars, which some of them are different. Some of them have got a totally different livery. And the car on the screen right now is the Manor Mercedes. In my opinion, that is a beautiful looking car. Have you seen the car, Lyle? Yeah, you've seen it.
This is fantastic.
It is a really very nice car indeed. I mean, I like the. I mean, it is a bit blank, or less, like very less sponsorships. But I like how they've gone from white to blue this season. It's like a blue and red car with like white stripes and that. It is nice.
Yeah.
They've gone with like a McLaren-esque 2015 nose. How it's quite long. I mean, similar to Ferrari as well. Ferrari had a long nose last season.
Yeah.
Obviously a new logo, 2 brand new drivers. They've got some new stuff in. It is going to be a very optimistic season for them. Again, they have been towards the back in testing, but hopefully, I mean, this car, could be like a car to say, right, this is where Manor's success started, from this car, a brand new start from them. The next car is the Mercedes, the W07, which is it is quite similar, don't you think?
Yeah, very similar, very similar.
Yeah, I mean today they did test out a brand new nose, calling it like a new nose cone this season, which obviously the noses will be different from what it is if they do decide to go with that. But
Yeah.
I mean it is more dark than it has been. I mean, like the livery seems to be getting darker and darker each year, but
Yeah.
it's the same. I mean, same with McLaren's.
Yeah.
They've gone with the nose that they opted for the towards like from, I think it was British Grand Prix onwards. I think they used the Red Bull type nose.
Yeah.
Obviously they had the long nose, and then they changed it to a shorter nose, and that's the nose they've gone for this season. So that looks quite nice. The numbers are bigger this season. I mean, they've got big, like 22 and 14 on the car.
Yeah.
And the livery is the same as last season, as it was.
Apart from obviously some sponsors being not on the car like they were last
I mean,
season.
they've got a new sponsor in Chandon. I don't know what they do or what they are, but they've got it across their overalls, which makes it look a bit alive, because last year when they had just white overalls on, it just looked like they were naked.
Pre-bar, and they look like the Michelin logo.
McLaren Michelin.
Yeah, even that sounds very cool.
It does, doesn't it? I think we need to ring Bernie. We've got some really good ideas for this season.
We do, yeah. We do.
The next car is the Red Bull, as I think you seen in the last episode or the preview episode. I had it on the screen. This is taken from their livery launch. This isn't it is very very similar. The car from last season, but this is the car. This is the livery on the 2015 car.
The livery looks great. I'm very impressed with what
it does. I am impressed.
It's very. When I say bland, but the colours definitely do show.
It's like, I mean, like they've got less sponsorship on the car, but it still looks like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like, it's almost like, do you know when like you're in a car and you've got all these little buttons on the car, like on the dashboard, where the stereo is, and then like you get into a brand new car, up to date car, and they've just wiped everything away. You've only got like a couple of little buttons, and it looks neater. It looks like traditional. This is what this car looks like. It's like they've just got rid of everything. They've cleaned. They've tidied everything up.
Tidied everything.
They've tidied the room. As the mum said, they've got some brownie points. 5 out of 5. They can go to McDonald's whenever they want. Brilliant.
Oh yeah.
They're in the good books.
So is that what used to happen to you when you were younger? If you did something well, would your mum let you go to McDonald's?
No.
Oh no McDonald's.
No McDonald's.
Oh no.
No McDonald's.
But it's a great car. I like how they've placed the Tag Heuer. I was expecting more of a brash, almost like them showing off. To think their name is Red Bull Racing Tag Heuer. I was expecting
that is going to be a mouthful, but yeah, it'll do. The next car is the Renault car, and I love it. I do. I really do love it. The Renault good. black and yellow car, but immediately after the launch of the livery launch, Renault did. They said that the livery would change for the Australia.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to be their livery. Well, this is what I've read. I mean, it might not be true, it might be true, but I think it came from like an official source. So this might not be the livery for the season, but I do like it. But I do hope that they go back to the yellow livery.
Exactly.
Like a yellow and black livery rather than a black and yellow livery.
Yeah. It's almost like the reverse, and obviously they're changing something. You know, I mean, they haven't been in Formula One as a car, as a team, just as a manufacturer and behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, even their trailers at races was yellow and black. They're just
oh yeah. I mean, I do like. I mean, it does look like a bit of a quick kart in testing, as we've seen, but obviously that was on the fastest set of tyres.
Yeah.
That they were up there. So I mean, as like I said, time will tell to see how this car does. But I mean, Mike, I think we'll get some podiums this season. This car.
Yeah. I'd like to think so. I think Kevin Magnussen, K-Mag is shown promise to be their number one driver, the leader, and to get a podium. And he has podiumed in Australia before, so he could be someone to watch.
He will be confident. New team, new start, and hopefully at the end of that team's troubles. Hopefully, because they've had a lot of financial trouble in the past few years. But this next car on screen now is, in my opinion, the laziest design of the season.
Ferrari.
No. Williams.
Williams.
When they first launched this car, it was like, I remember it was on the same day as Ferrari, and I remember looking at it and I was going, "What's different?"
It is boring.
Nothing. I mean, but Williams have turned around and said that it's the inside of the car is more different than the outside. But
we don't care about the inside of the car. We can't say that.
Exactly. I'm looking at it going, is that the 2015, 2016 car? Laziest design team of the year goes to Williams for this season. That's the award, you know. Well done, boys. Well done.
Yes, well done, Williams. We'll get Williams. If you're watching this, please come and collect your award.
Sort your life out, Williams. What is wrong with you?
Well,
you've gone into the factory. You've gone in the factory. You've sat down around the table. Right, lads. What's going to happen for the 2016 season? This is going to be the car design. Right, whose round is it? Right, now that's what they've done. They've walked out, gone to the pub, done nothing. You lazy so-and-sos.
Or they've had a few and they've just drawn the design on the back of, I don't know, a beer mat.
Good to that. I've just gone back, and the next car is the Force India car, which is exactly the same as last year. But in a way, it's not, because they had an A-spec car and a B-spec car, didn't they? Because by Australia, they had a normal basic nose. a normal car, and what they said was that this is going to be their A car, which is going to be this is like not a finished product of the 2015 car, and then by I think it was Britain or Hungary, I think I can't remember. It was about midpoint of the season where they got like nostrils on the nose cone of that car, and that was a B spec car. That was kind of like the finished product of the car, and I think this is sort of carried over to 2016 as well. So it is a little bit understandable that they haven't done much. Obviously, as a follow-on to last season, it is still a pretty car. I do like it. I'm not going to blame them for that. But I'm going to ask you this: what is your opinion on the Haas livery, the Haas car?
Very nice. I was expecting more Stars and Stripes forever, being a team from the States. We all know that Americans do come in and to announce their presence in every way of life. So I was expecting more of a brash car, but it looks good. It does look very good.
What I'm expecting is a big Australia is a big banquet, loads of tables and loads of tables around the pit garage, and just loads of burgers, hot dogs, chips,
American
themed thing of just fatty food and.
Bruce Springsteen's born in the USA,
with a big cutout of Barack Obama.
Barack Obama
in the corner with his thumbs up saying, "We love you, Haas."
Yeah.
And
Donald US president.
Donald Trump with his head sawn off.
Oof.
Oh, gruesome.
Oh God.
Oh,
fans.
Controversial. People, please don't kick off.
We don't want to know what your US presidential campaign thoughts are, but
I'll give you money. Aye.
Anyway. Yes.
we are in trouble.
Anyway, we are in trouble. Let's get up and run.
Let's swiftly moving on. And what you are saying here is, I mean, if you're under the age of 18, I would highly recommend looking away now, because this is a naked photo. I mean, it is a naked photo, a naked photo of the Toro Rosso, because there's nothing on it. Moving swiftly on. That's all I've got to say.
Viewer discretion was advised. Don't say we didn't warn you.
It's been censored. Moving swiftly on. The Sauber car. They're not running they haven't launched their 2016 car yet. They're waiting for the next test. What they're doing is that the 2015 car, 2016 livery. It's the same livery as last season. A blue body with yellow side pods with the.
Which is a real. It wasn't a shock this year, or it was. It was more of a shock last year. What were they doing? I mean, Sauber they didn't have the best livery from previous years, but even there, more of a white with a few stripes on it.
I like that. And then when they changed to blue, I'm thinking, right, okay.
It looks the blandest thing you could ever hope for.
I mean, I did once break the F1 internet by announcing. I was the first one to announce that Sauber car was blue.
Very nice.
When they did 2015, when they did a video of their engine revving up, they had the camera in the cockpit right at the bottom, and you can just see a thin outline of blue. And I screenshotted it. I drew on it and I said it's blue, and I shared it, and loads of F1 pages shared it. And it was funny this season how that every F1 team released an audio tape of their car instead of doing it from the cockpit. And I'm like, that is not my fault.
Because they were scared that you would share.
They know. But I think this is the last picture. It is. This is the last car, and in my opinion, the prettiest Formula 1 car I've seen in a long, long time. The Ferrari. I think it is beautiful.
It does look good. It looks very good. It reminds me of the Niki Lauda. That was the first one. His red and white car, but
But here's a JT fact of the day, people. That the last time Ferrari used white on their car was in 1975, and then they won both the constructors and the drivers' championship. So will it happen? They did. Niki Lauda. So will it happen this year? Can Ferrari win the constructors?
Niki Lauda. I think he's getting on a bit, mate. I'm not sure he'll get into the car again. He
Of
did
course.
he did a few laps in Austria. I remember in 2014 when the track was first, on the calendar again. That was great to see. That was before the race, and yeah, that was probably his last time on the circuit.
It probably was. Bless him. But I love this car. When I first seen this car, and I heard there was going to be white in it, I was going, oh please, please let there be white. And
Yeah,
I mean, I am in love with this car. I really, really am. I can't say it. The only car that I've loved more since recently was the MP425,
yeah,
McLaren's 2010 car. I love that car. I love the design of it. I loved everything about it.
it was
And
good.
recently, I mean, I have loved cars, but I've been obsessed with that car.
Yeah,
But now I love this car. I just
yeah,
love the look of it. I love the colour of it.
yeah.
It is pretty. I mean, can you be my girlfriend?
Me? Oh no, mate. I'm taken. Sorry. I'm actually not. Any girls who are listening? No, that was a joke.
We will accept numbers.
UK
But
only.
we are no Adam Johnson.
UK only. I don't have the money to spend international calls.
UK only. You have to be over the age of 18 because we are not Adam Johnson. If you don't
One
know
of the
who,
things that
if
one
you
of the
don't know
things
who
that I
Adam
want to
Johnson
say,
is, Google it.
one of the things that I want to say, the biggest thing for me from testing was the noise of the cars. One of the things that I loved about, I mean, obviously earlier years, but I wasn't alive, or I was, but I wasn't really watching Formula One then. But I loved how in 10, 11, 12, and 13, obviously the cars sound incredibly loud. I went to the British Grand Prix qualifying in 2013, and it was great. It was so loud and amazing. Obviously, I went in 2010, but I wasn't really a Formula One fan then. And when 14 came around, I remember watching it on the TV. I remember watching Australia, and it was obviously we watch it on Sky Sports F1 UK, so it was David Croft. And he said the 5 lights were off, and there was nothing. I remember they going into the first corner in Australia, and it was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
They built the car up a bit more in 2015. They gave it a larger exhaust, and this year, watching some of the videos that have been released by some of the teams and Jan Magnussen and people like that, the cars sound great. And a lot of comments that I've had were from, it sounds like the cars from the mid and late 80s with the turbos, not ear piercing, but like a really bassy, booming, raw sound,
Yeah.
which is what I want. It sounds great.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the cars do sound loads better this season. I must say, they do sound louder and better. But apparently they're going to sound even better in 2017. I mean, they're going to
Yeah,
obviously
yes.
try and make the engines louder. Regulations change, everything changes. But
Everything changes.
oh, it does.
The cars
Um,
get wider.
Wider, faster, lower rear wings. I mean, the engines are going to be the same, but I think it's going to be louder because they are getting louder each year.
Yeah.
Just going to be watching a video of Sky Sports F1 with the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton powering past, and
Yeah,
Ted
so-
Kravitz as well. Who everyone loves Ted Kravitz
Oh, everyone loves Ted Kravitz in his sandals.
in his sandals. And here comes the Sauber. Meow. Bye bye.
Oh, great.
And by the way, if the Toro Rosso does come past, I will advise kids of the age of under 18 to please look away.
Very good
Up
view,
until
especially.
up until they put some clothes on, because this is unacceptable. Toro Rosso, if you are watching, you are an absolute disgrace to Formula One.
Do you remember? I'm not sure if this is a picture. Probably
Kids,
not.
look away! Look away! Look away!
That you're watching.
You don't want to see it. You don't want to see that. You
Do
don't want to see that. Right.
you remember in 2015? I think it was the Italian Grand Prix during practice or qualifying when the Toro Rossos was it? I'm sure it was Toro Rosso when their body flew off and you could see the engine and everything. It's almost like it's
Toro Rosso have got a habit of stripping, haven't they?
It's before
I'm worried about
Watershed,
them.
guys. Sort it out.
Lads, I think Toro Rosso do need to calm down. When I was just talking there, the Toro Rosso was going past, and I was like, don't look, nobody look. Everybody just look away. Well, if you F1 debate advice, if you're under the age of 18, again, as I said, look away whenever a Toro Rosso comes past. Even if you're not watching this video, we advise not to look. We don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to
just
get
for
in
the
trouble.
picture of the whole season. So
Well, the way Toro Rossos are going, it's not going to be good. So it might be the whole season.
what about if one of them wins? What about Max Verstappen?
Then let's hope he keeps his clothes on.
Ew.
Right. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for taking in everything we said.
Thank you, guys.
as I always said, feedback is always welcome. To see how we can improve this channel, we are going to create our own Facebook page eventually, so we can post up on there as well, so you can follow us as well. We do have a group. Right, everybody, look away. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Under ratings, close your eyes.
Take it off the screen.
Oh, right, I will. Right, I'm going to close this before we see any more rudeness, because this is a family channel. This is the family channel. Anyways, as like I said, thank you very much for watching. Comment below to see what your favourite car is, what is the prettiest car of the year, and also what is the laziest car of the year in terms of design.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know that. But like I said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
See you guys.